Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening. I am here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 984. Now, this chapter right here, well, looks like to me we got that big reveal at the ending of a chapter, and I'm just really shocked right now. So, wow, man. Oda, congrats, man. I don't know how you like to do these things, but damn, dude. Okay, that aside, I want to talk about the first page, which is the cover page or something, which is pretty much Pound revealing to his daughters that I'm your father, and they all like, wait a minute, you're our dad kind of face. They're like exaggerated shocked right now, thinking, you're our dad? No way. And we have to it that the next page opens up with like page 1 and that Dino girl whatsoever, talk about what the situation's going on about, and we have to it that page one is like, yeah, this person Yamato almost dislocated my jaw, and the Dino girl gets so upset and says, "Get off me, you butchers!" And she ends up hugging Pepe and says, "Oh, they hurt me so badly, and he says, "Oh yeah, if you're hurt, rest." He goes like, "You want to say that again?" The Dino girl said, but we have to it that like that the Dino girl, which I forgot her name or something. We have to it that like page 1 was told, oh, Yamato-sama and Straw had just stopped moving, and we have to it that Luffy ends up clashing against Yamato, and is not believing him, but we have to it that like what? You think I'm supposed to follow someone that I don't even know? And we have to it that Luffy says, you got 5 seconds to talk about this. You hear me? And we have to it that Yamato says, yo, calm down. Let's do it somewhere else and then hear me out. But we have to it, Luffy said, then count me out then. And we have to it that like that Yamato says, this reminds me a lot. This reminds me all the more of our fights together. And we have to it that Yamato did something and causes a giant explosion and they just disappeared, And we have to it that like we go to a location known as a Skull Dome live stage, We have to it that freaking Orochi says, on the fiery day, the days of Kotoki, Odin's death, his castle burned down. This guy suddenly disappeared, And he ends up saying, oh, look, 20 years have passed and you're still looking the same. And all the hand to Odin's wife, Toki, she cast the grudge into the future, And the witch used her sorcery to do it. Everyone does not believe that and they end up laughing about it, But we had to it, someone says the Kozuki are extinct. They were wiped out a long time ago. So what's the deal? What do you guys say, huh? And we had to it that Jinbei and Robin were actually in the background as one of Kaido's men, But we had to it that Robin's like, hey, what do we do? I can't just see Momo-chan like that. And Jinbei's like, yeah, I understand how you feel, but we have to wait. And many others says, hey, how should we do this and kill him? Stab him, boil him, beat him to death, ha 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 ha. But we have to it that everyone else who is also in disguise of Kaido's men, they go like, oh man, this is really bad. We really can't stand around, But they have to calm down and wait, And we go to another scene with the Trafalgar Law's freaking submarine, They end up having to like swim or dive deep into the water and swim around, but not to mention they get blasted by snow. But we have to it that Trafalgar Law ends up using his abilities of chambers to like go inside the location here and there, With the exception that Law leaves his crew behind and keeping an eye on the ship. And we have to it that Law manages to transport Inugarashi and the others, Shutamaru and Kawamatsu, to the location. And we have to it that Inugarashi gets greeted by Marco and says, hey, I just saw a strange shadow in the sea. I'm going to go check it out and meet up with you later, okay? And we have to it that Kawamatsu sees Nekomamushi, and then, Shutamaru ends up seeing, of course, yeah, Nekomamushi, and he's all like, hey, I forgot, Izo's here, you know? I forgot to mention it. Marco said he knew where to find Izo, so we made a pit stop and to pick him up. Izo shows up, and he says, and he ends up saying, hey, Kiku, you look so much of a good samurai. I can't believe it. And we had two that Kiku ends up running to his brother and hugs him, you know, and etc. And we had two that Kaido's like, hey, where's Lin Lin? She goes up, and one of Kaido's subordinates says, yeah, she's on the way right now, you know, very sorry. He goes like, well, that's fine. I'll make the announcement alongside the kid's execution. All right, you lot. And Kaido makes a speech and says, you know, I know he's on our side, but when the boss suddenly shows up, the mood gets so heavy, it's like that stage is the gate to hell. But we have to it that, like, we see Queen says, I'm going to space up this lame execution with something more interesting. And we have to it that Kaido is telling everyone, listen up, this is the new Onigashima initiative. And we have to it that there's an addict right now, and Luffy's like, okay, you got 5 minutes. Start talking. And then we have to it that Yamato explains, one day I went to my dad, you know, and I said I want to be Kozuki Oden. And he beat the hell out of me for it, you know. And Luffy's like, okay, what does that have anything to do with me? He goes like, 20 years ago, I was there, okay? I saw it. The legendary hour-long execution. There's never been another samurai like him. And Orochi and my own dad killed him. It was so frustrating. But more than that, I felt an inferno in my chest. And streams of my tears were like rivers. After that, I found Oden's logbook in Kuri, and it's been my Bible ever since. He goes like, a journal? He says, yeah, but this thing talks about his heroic lives and the things he held dear. With the red scabbards dead, someone has to carry on Oden's will. That's why I intend to reopen this country, and I want you to fight alongside me. We have to that Yamato opens up his mask, but we get to find out that this person is a woman. I'm like, no effing way. Yamato, instead of a guy or a male that we all thought, it's a freaking woman. And damn, she's hot. And freaking like, Luffy's like, I thought you said you were Kaido's son. And we have to it that Yamato says, oh, Kozuki Oden was a man, right? So I became a man too. You really are strong, and you haven't gotten serious yet. You remind me of Ace. And then Luffy's like, what? And then, yeah. We have to it that Yamato likes to play Oden, or is self-proclaimed Oden because, you know, other worlds, other sides indeed. But Yamato is a freaking girl. Fine by me. I mean, like, she's looking nice and hot, that's for sure. Whatever the case may be. We have to it that the next chapter, One Piece, will be on break. So pretty much next chapter, we won't see it, but that's fine. Like I said in all my videos and chapter recaps of One Piece, Oda, take as many breaks if you have to, man. I just want you to be safe and just get the chapters ongoing and done, you know? Okay, aside from that, yeah, pretty crazy chapter, and looking forward to the next one. Yamato, all this time you were a girl? Yeah, you're too hot. Call me Mr. Crazy Milanakis, but that's just me, alright? So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.